What's up, GOAT League? It is the commish, aka Mr. 10%. Give me my motherfucking money. Did an earlier draft recap with Broadnex. We tried to do it on Skype. I couldn't get it to save. I don't know what the fuck. I can't get it to work. So Mike, shout out. We'll try to get one going for the next next week. But also, thank you very much for hosting us. This draft was fucking insane. It was bonkers, just as always. It's a lot of stress. I'm glad you guys have fun because I know I have fun. It's about the only day I have fun. Listen to you guys fucking piss and moan about everything, you fucking cunts. I'm also joined by my boy Kurt. Kurt's going to give some criticism today.
Yeah, first off, congratulations to Mark. I'm not sure what your team name is because I only have
He's the
three up on the
Ryan.
screen.
Quit your Ryan.
Yeah, congratulations, quit your Ryan. Congratulations.
So, all right, let's get right to it. We'll talk about the draft. We'll get more into the draft party when Broadnex is on. But we're gonna talk about some teams real quick, and we're gonna start with the champ. We're gonna start with Quit Your Ryan. In the first round, he took Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Second round, he took Leonard Fournette. Third round, Kelsey. Fourth round, Chris Carson. Fifth round, Robert Woods. Tyler Lockett, Matt Ryan, Tevin Coleman, Emmanuel Sanders, Vikings D. And that's all we're going to talk about as the starters. So what do you think about his team?
I like his team. And the champ with a rebound. McCaffrey's going to be number one, probably. Leonard Fournette, huge rebound year. Travis Kelce is playing with Mahomes, so, maybe 20 touchdowns.
McCaffrey is a beast. But
if
Leonard
a beast.
Fournette can come back to where he was before he's hurt, he's going to have the best probably running back duo that I see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, you have three players in the top 25.
Yeah.
And the two teams next to you, only one can say that they have the same thing, and that's One Arm Bandit. As I'm looking over these teams, he has three players in the top 25 as well.
Oh, I do too.
And okay, so we'd have to scroll up to see that, but that's a really big deal when you start looking at teams is where your players are ranked.
I think I got 4 in the top 25.
He has no, you have 3 in the top 25 with 24 being Antonio Brown.
Well,
I mean, as far as draft picks, where they're picked, you know what I mean? The first 25 picks of this draft, it actually ends with Mike Evans. So I'm basing these picks on people's knowledge of who to pick, and I like it. It's very well balanced. But if you got 3 players in the top 25 picks, you had to have gotten good players.
Well,
right?
That means you didn't reach for any at least.
Right. But I mean, 25 picks, you're talking 2 full rounds and half of a third.
But I really don't think that Aaron Rodgers is the 37th best player. I'm sorry, he's going to have the second. He's going to have the second most points this year, behind Mahomes. And that's if Breeze can come on. Like there's definitely people that can get ahead of him. But
but you don't pick quarterbacks early. You don't take them in the first 10 picks. I don't even do that. I wouldn't even do that with Mahomes.
The first 10 rounds, you mean?
First 10 picks.
Okay.
No one takes a quarterback in the first 10 picks.
Yeah, not typically, unless it's a big quarterback dominant.
Second round earliest with Mahomes, and I believe someone did do that. Someone did take Mahomes in the second round.
Mike Broadnex did. All right, let's get back to Mark's team before we quit rambling. So, you got Leonard Fournette and Kelsey, and then, like you said, 3 in the top 20.
Chris Carson, if he's healthy, he already cracked 1,000 last year, 1,100 on the ground.
Right.
If he's healthy all year, he.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a good pick. I mean,
that's a third running back that with 1,000 yards because that's what it's looking like. He could have 3 1,000-yard running backs, and Christian McCaffrey, who apparently wants to have 1,000 and 1,000.
Yeah, but he's real weak at fucking receiver because of it. I mean, he has 3 third-tier running or receivers, if you ask me. I don't see Robert Woods pulling away. Tyler Lockett, I mean, he's going to put up some numbers, but he's not going to be a top 10 guy. Emmanuel Sanders is going to do what he always does and be right there and give you good numbers, but not win any weeks for you. You know what I mean? Help win collectively, but he's got. I think if I was him, I'd trade. I'd let Leonard Fournette blow up and then trade him and try to get a top receiver and then a serviceable running back.
Well, he's got two number ones.
Three,
Robert Woods is Robert Woods, excuse me, for the Rams. He's a number one receiver.
Yeah, but he's split. I mean,
Tyler Lockett, a number one receiver. Now the thing about Robert
but
Woods,
he's in the one spot, but
he's complemented by Cooks and
he has a lot of weapons. He's not going to get over 150 targets. He's going to be right around the 100 target mark. And that's why it makes him a third-tier running back or receiver.
Well, I'm just pointing out the fact that I like when people draft starters and they're number one. They're not number two. They're number one.
I get that.
And Jared Goff is coming off a huge contract that he just signed. He's going to be ready to throw the football. Yeah, I like those two picks. I like Tyler Lockett. I like Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. Remember, there's no more Doug Baldwin, so Tyler Lockett is the man to go. How many touchdowns did he have last year?
I'm not sure. I can look real quick if you want. But yeah, without Doug Baldwin, he's definitely he's gonna put up some numbers. But and Woods had
10. Yeah. Tyler Lockett 10 touchdowns last year. Phenomenal.
Woods had 6. Yeah, Lockett came on for sure. Let me try to find him. I don't see him still. But he has a lot of, he's going to step up. So that might be a good, he has potential to be moving up in the tiers, but you know what I'm saying. It's still, it's not a good true. I wouldn't want him as my first receiver personally.
Well, how about let's talk about Ice AB because right now I think that's the best team name.
That's I think Tommy Medina. Yeah, he was the people's champ for a while. All right, we'll move on to him. Ice AB I don't even understand why he's using that name since he doesn't have AB. I do. That's kind of.
But look at what he has. He has 3 100 reception receivers.
But then he has they need to get together and have a trade because I
like what you did there. I mean, he went 2 rookie running backs, and you know what? Montgomery is a for sure thing. Josh Jacobs. They're saying he looks great at camp, and he looked good at the last preseason game, blah, 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 whatever, right?
I ain't buying it yet.
I think, but I like the strategy. I like it. I like that he has the 3 best receivers out of all the teams, and I already know that without looking at any other team. He has the 3 best. The rookie running backs, nice move. That's interesting to see because if you look at who he has on the bench, Breda's going to get some time. Kenyon Drake is a starter. In
Drake,
Miami,
I don't know.
He's a starter. He's the number one. He's going in as the number 1 running back. So that's a good flex.
There was
and that's a vet, and he played well with half the amount of attempts he'll see this year. So nice name, nice
Goff.
Team,
he
nice
has a
strategy.
Team. He always does. It's Tommy. He's 3-time
Russell
champ.
Wilson,
3-time champ. Yep. We'll go with the one-armed bandit. This is where it starts to get kind of funny. So first, he got. Did we go through his whole team? We didn't actually. Devontae Adams, Thomas, Stephon Diggs, Zach Ertz.
Ice AB.
Yeah, this is Ice AB.
I mean, you got to give it. You got to give it some respect. You got Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas, and Diggs.
His first 3 people were receivers. Then he went tight end. I mean, right there.
And Zach Ertz.
To me, you got to go running back right there. You have to. You don't have a running back yet. So now you're putting all your faith.
Plus receptions.
You're putting all your faith in the rookie running backs. And you have some serviceable guys on the bench, but nobody that's scary. He needs to make a trade with Quit Urine because
I like the team.
They need he needs a receiver. He needs a fucking running back. I don't know. Makes sense to me. All right, one-armed bandit, DeAndre Hopkins, Joe Mixon. He took in the 2nd round. I thought that was a reach. Damian Williams. Derrick Henry in the 4th, that was a huge reach. Cooper Kupp, that was a reach. Baker Mayfield, I mean, come on. Allen Robinson, decent pick. Evan Ingram, LaShawn McCoy, I think is a good pick. I think that's a real good pick. He didn't know.
Really nice pick.
It turned out good for him because he did not know. He did not know that he was going back to Andy Reid.
Right,
and that might turn his career back around or at least get everything you can out of him. The Jaguars D, I don't know why he fucking I don't know why you reach.
Well, I
for
mean, come on.
Jags.
When they're clicking, and they're the best defense in football.
Then he takes Phil Rivers and Mitch Trubisky. Phil's good. Mitch, he takes Phil every year. It's funny as hell. And Carlos Hyde, Dan Boswell, or Chris Boswell. But
I like the Carlos Hyde pick because I think now that Miller is out with, I don't know, his broken ass knees, Carlos Hyde can step in. Look, Carlos Hyde played well with two shit teams, San Fran and Cleveland. Okay, this is before the Baker Mayfield whatever fucking thing, and Jimmy fucking I'm in the Mafia Garoppolo. All right, he's in the mob. All his games will be fixed. They're gonna go 100-0. He won't lose a game.
Hey, that'd be cool.
All kidding aside, no, Carlos Hyde's a great pick. I like Evan Ingram. I don't know if we'll see. Eli Manning. I don't know. Is he ready to play? I don't know. Who cares? Damian Williams. That's the only pick I want to talk about outside of that because all the other picks I think are fine. But Damian Williams, you talk about McCoy, but Damian Williams is the number one man in KC.
Yeah.
And I'm just sold. I think all the hype about this dude is real. I don't give a fuck who it is, really. Andy Reid, Kansas City, somehow he makes running backs great, and he has the quarterback.
I hope he can play. I hope he can catch. I just don't know much about him to say anything.
Good team.
Else, so.
I like it. Questionable about the two quarterbacks. Whatever. Deshaun Jackson sucks. Allen Robinson. What?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Anyway, we'll move on. Rolling with my homies. That's Mike Broadnax. He got Lev Bell in the first round. Patrick Mahomes, Brandon Cooks, George Kittle in the fourth. Marlon Mack, I was so mad when he took Phillip Lindsay. Marquise Goodwin, Bears D, Sammy Watkins. He said he's picked him every year for like 8 years. So here's a little fun fact. I said this a bunch at the draft. Him and OBJ came in at the same time, him and Sammy Watkins. Do you believe that Sammy Watkins has played more games than Odell Beckham Jr.?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Because Sammy Watkins has been hurt so much. That's
yeah.
Wow.
Rolling with my homies. Holy shit, good team. Tight end, lock, Cooks. I guess a lock. I mean, I always question him, and then he puts up great numbers. So yeah, lock. Mahomes, enough said. Le'Veon Bell, I think, is going to put up good numbers.
Maybe.
Not great, but good. Top five for sure.
Cooks is a maybe.
Marlon Mack, his career is over. Andrew Luck's gone.
Yeah.
Phillip Lindsay, he's probably going to do better than he did last year, which is good. That means top 10 play. Bears defense is fucking great. Sammy Watkins, I don't know. Marquise Goodwin, I like him. It's hard to say with Garoppolo. If he's healthy, Adrian Peterson, Darius Geis is starting, but if he blows out his knees, Adrian Peterson's a good pick. He put up 1,000 last year.
Only if
Will Fuller, he's already hurt. Just cut him now. And all joking aside, N'Keal Harry is actually hurt. He's on IR.
Oh,
I don't know who.
Justin Jackson?
Yeah,
I didn't either. I had to actually type his full name in. It didn't even come up like a suggestion. I actually texted him like, "Yo, did you pick Lamar Jackson?"
It's the sixth Jackson.
Can't find any other Jackson. Oh shit! Yeah, he got fucked up. He ended up breaking. So Broadnax had a fun night. So I don't know what happened. But when we left, they were all fucking shithoused. And I FaceTimed, or I texted him in the morning, and he responds with a FaceTime, and he looks like 7 types of shades of shit. And so does Fauner. And Fauner's there. I'm like, what the fuck? Is Mike still there? He said, yeah, we had a sleepover. And he was like, then I said I broke this, and he shows me this shelf system or something that was in his bathroom. It's like in 1,000 pieces. It looked like a fucking a bomb hit it. He said he was laying half in the bathroom and out puking and shit.
Oh.
I told you, man, the draft, the GOAT League, man, it gets fucking every time.
Sounds like you're drinking raw goat milk.
Oh,
Jesus.
He was drinking raw fucking liquor. What he was drinking. But Yeah, his picks got a little crazy at the end.
I like the first 3 out of the 4: Bell, Mahomes, and the tight end
and Kittle, but
George Kittle.
yeah, Brandon Cooks in the third. I mean, I guess that's about where he was going. So,
Right, right.
all right, let's move on. Jay's Goon Squad, your boy Jason.
James Conner, number 1, great pick.
Great pick. I think he was picking. I do think he was picking 7th or 8th. I forget what it was. All right, so it's Conner, Dalvin Cook, which is a good pick, and then he went AJ Green in the 3rd round.
Yeah, you know, he was already out. He might have been already a doubt for an out. But hey,
in the 3rd round, dog. Yo, you can laugh on Mike. It's all good. Oh shit. Okay. So that was the first one I laughed at that night. You know, I was laughing at a bunch, but that one it's like 3rd round. AJ Green, what the fuck? All right. Then he redeemed himself a little bit. He got Devonta Freeman. I think
good pick.
Yeah, good pick. I think
That's
he's
3
banged
good
up,
running
but
backs.
He's got really good running backs. And then Julian Edelman, if he stays healthy, I mean, he
was Super Bowl MVP.
As long as he's in, he's gonna put some numbers up. He's gonna get you like 15 to 20 every week. It's just who he is. Duke Johnson, I think, can be a really good pick. I do. I really think that's because Miller got hurt, and like you were saying about the other cat, I think Duke.
Right.
Johnson's
I mean, Duke Johnson's going to
yeah.
get a ton of receptions.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, he played for the Browns. Just a reminder. So now he's going to a team who has, an offense that went to the postseason and a quarterback who's good. You know, who was before Baker Mayfield?
Right.
No, I'm seriously asking. I don't remember. I have no idea. I can't even remember. It doesn't matter. That's how bad the Browns were.
It was Johnny
Manziel. That's right.
Johnny Cocaine.
And then Galladay, he put up good numbers last year. Matt Stafford loves him.
That's a good pick. But honestly, I fucking hate Stafford in fantasy, and I hate the fucking Detroit anything in fantasy. They've done nothing but bone me. So
other than Megatron,
I really stay away from them. Yeah, ever since Megatron, I stay away from them. Carson Wentz, I thought that was a great pick. I mean, he got him in the 8th round.
He's a sleeper.
And
definitely.
Yes, that's a good pick. He got the Rams D, and then he stole James Washington because there was a huge mishap because Jordan took like 37 fucking receivers, and you're only allowed to take 5. And so he ended up grabbing James Washington like a round later. Nobody was even had him on their radar, probably. Maybe a few people did. They're homers. David Njoku, I think, can actually be the breakout tight end of the year. I mean, he really could. It's just, does he? Yeldon, Moncrief, Butker, Kirk Cousins. Nothing special on the bench. But overall, pretty good team, except for AJ Green. I think that was a big misstep. You fuck up your 3rd round pick.
I always say, when you see where he picked at 28th, well, who was after that? And you got Miles Sanders. I mean, the fact that AJ Green is hurt, that's the biggest no, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at who he missed, Devonta Freeman, he could have had earlier, but he obviously he got later. Anywhere around 30. Chris Godwin, Keenan Allen,
Aaron Rodgers,
right? I mean, there's
Johnson,
right. There's players.
I don't know if they were gone. But
Melvin Gordon.
That's like 5th, 4th round people. So
right. But other than that, I like what I see. Edelman was Super Bowl MVP, like I said earlier. Solid team. I mean, James Conner, Dalvin Cook. Shit, if you watch preseason, Dalvin Cook like he's going to be the number 1 running back in football.
He could. So does James Conner, though. So
remember, he plays indoor 10 times a year.
Yeah, right. That's good. That's real good too. All right, moving on. Pittsburgh Doughboys. David Johnson, Todd Gurley, Thielen, Deshaun Watson.
Who is the team?
He's the new. He's a new guy. You don't know him, Nick, the new fucking guy. Nick, I can't remember my passwords. I have to have my girls fucking hack my shit. Cause I'm a fucking asshole. I was so mad. Anyway, I'm glad he came. He actually saved our draft from going to 8 people. So shout out to Nick for real. David Johnson, Todd Gurley went in the 2nd round late. Adam Thielen, Deshaun Watson, Tyler Boyd, Mark Ingram, Josh Gordon. And first off, up to Tyler Boyd, the Mark Ingram, those were all picks over the phone. He did that without even looking at the board. So I think those are some pretty solid picks.
Oh, wow. Impressive. Very
and
impressive.
Then Josh Gordon, Geis, Olsen, Cam Newton, Kirk, Davis, Steelers, Hopper, Crosby.
Johnson Gurley. Ooh, that's a kick-ass combo.
Yeah, that's a badass number 2.
That's a really good combo. I
and
like
he's
it.
got a solid receiver.
Adam Thielen is a 100-reception receiver. We already know that. Deshaun Watson, we already know what he's going to do. Tyler Boyd is I like that pick, but look to the right. Amari Cooper? You didn't want Amari Cooper over Tyler Boyd. Interesting.
He might have been gone, but he also wouldn't have been able to. He didn't even see it, so that's who
Right.
he really
Okay,
wanted.
so I apologize.
That's man.
Yeah.
It's actually a great pick.
Josh Gordon, we'll see.
Because if AJ Green's hurt, who's going to get all the fuck? Tyler Boyd just got a dope contract from him too. I mean, he's They know he's the real deal.
And then Darius Geis, I like that. That's interesting. If his knee holds up, you won't have Mark Ingram starting. You'll have Darius Geis starting.
Right. So yeah, his team's pretty solid. I got no. I don't see many holes. David Johnson, man, I don't like him in the first round for sure. He's burnt me. I drafted him. The motherfucker got hurt the first week. Fuck
but seriously, though, if you're looking at
statistics,
you're talking 2 running backs right there, which could easily go number 1, number 2, 3, 4.
Right.
So that's a huge to have 2 running backs that could be in the top 5 at the end of your season. Don't sleep on David Johnson.
Yeah, well, fuck him. Anyway, Saquon for what? That's Albert, Saquon Barkley, Juju Smith, Melvin Gordon, Miles Sanders, which I think was a reach in the 4th round, big reach. Amari Cooper, Hunter Henry, Alshon Jeffrey, Peyton Barber, Big Ben, Mike Williams, Zierlein, Larry Fitz, Eric Ebron, Kareem Hunt, Stafford.
Well, first off, big shout out to Albert with the Ben Roethlisberger pick. I'm glad someone realizes, he's now a fantasy football quarterback.
Well,
all those years.
I mean,
come on, 5,000 yards.
Yeah, he always gets drafted.
Well,
though, but
I like.
He lost
I like,
AB. He ain't gonna have the same
still
numbers
like
as
the
last
pick.
year.
And fuck, I hope Melvin Gordon plays. Saquon Barkley, great pick. I don't think anybody would argue that.
Juju,
did he
second
fall
round,
9th?
Not bad.
Did he fall 9th?
No, he was number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, he was number 1.
All right.
He had the number 1 pick, so Juju was 11th and Gordon was 12th, I guess. Is that how it works?
Okay. Great pick with Juju. Miles Sanders, I agree, was a
20th
reach.
And 21st. Yeah, 20th and 21st.
Right. Miles Sanders was definitely a reach. You could have had George Kittle, so. But yeah,
I had Duke Johnson.
Right. I would have taken a tight end in the 4th round.
Phillip Lindsay. There was a lot. Derrick Henry probably.
But look, he has.
There's a lot of
Barkley. Boom. Juju, who I think is still going to be a top 10 receiver regardless of what Brown or whatever.
Right.
Melvin Gordon, he hits the field, plays 16 games. We all know. Blah blah blah.
If
Kareem Hunt's coming back, y'all.
But Miles Sanders is the sleeper of this draft. I will say that. I think he has the most potential of anybody in the entire league of the rookies to blow it the fuck up. So
not more than David Montgomery.
Yeah, okay.
Tommy Medina has him.
Big
and that's a big move. Josh Jacobs.
All right. Lights Kamara action. This is
a great name.
Whose team is this? That's Jordan. We did it. I think that's Mike Fauner, right?
I thought Mike Fauner was way down below here at No, never mind.
No. Yeah, this is Mike Fauner. Kamara, Chubb. Yeah, I think those
great name.
Great. Yeah, great name and great first 2. Mike Evans is a good pick. Kerryon Johnson. So you have 3 solid receivers. Drew Brees, that's a good quarterback. T.Y. Hilton, man, I don't know if he can do it without Brissett. Yeah, I mean, is he going to do it with Brissett? Ridley's going to put up some numbers. Howard's a good tight end. Robbie Anderson, Kyler Murray, he has a potential, I guess. And the rest are just whatever. Ravens, Sterling Shepard, Jason Myers.
I mean, James White, was put up good numbers last year, actually.
Big numbers. Big numbers in my league.
If that's still a thing this year, that's a sleeper pick way down there on the bench. So that's a good pick there. Ty Hilton, I'll say this. The Colts are going to be playing from behind, so he may get a bunch of junk yardage. And that's
True.
That's important in fantasy
And
football.
he'll be targeted like a motherfucker too, so that will help because it's PPR.
And Nick Chubb, Kamara, love it. Nick Chubb's going to be a great running back. Kamara, number 1 running back in the league, possibly if it's not McCaffrey or him. I think it's someone from the NFC South. It's going to be one of those two. He gets 1,000.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to Edgewood. That's Jordan. He's a new player this year.
Great name. I love it.
Yeah. And he went with Julio first, OBJ, Chris Godwin. He went crazy on receivers. Keenan Allen. Then his first running back picked was Eckler, Sonny Michel. Then he went back receiver Curtis Samuel. Then he went Vance McDonald, Josh Allen, Seahawks, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Samuels, Justice Hill, Ronald Jones. His receivers are obviously stacked. I mean, stacked. And then he has 2 big question mark backups. Basically, you got basically 2 backups at starting running back.
Yeah. I like the team. I question, if Melvin Gordon comes back, Austin Eckler, you could have waited for that pick. But you know what? I'll say this. I like the first overall pick. I don't think anyone can deny. You got to have yourself some Julio Jones. Odell Beckham Jr. is going to have a solid year. We all know that. Chris Godwin, oh no, 3rd round, no.
Yeah,
no. I mean, you might as well just have taken Keenan Allen, and it looks like you had the last pick, 10, 11, 30, 31. My goodness.
I think he was 7th or something like that.
Okay, because it looks like you had
8th, 9th, something like that. 7th, 8th, 9th. He was in that slot. I didn't put it in right. I fucked up. You have to set the order before you draft and put the names in, and I didn't know that, so I wasn't fucking.
Okay, because I was going to say it looks like you had back-to-back picks.
I was just not doing it again. So
but I like Sonny Michel. I think that's a number 1 running back this year. Jalen Samuels, all right, he's on the team. And Vance McDonald, who doesn't catch footballs very well, you'll do much better with Trey Burton. I'd probably go out and look on the free agency market and grab one of those rookie tight ends.
He had to drop somebody because he didn't have a fucking kicker. So
Josh Allen at quarterback.
He definitely had to make moves already.
Lamar Jackson. I'm not sure. No, I don't know what the hell happened there. You could probably find someone better at quarterback there too. Honestly, Josh Allen, he's not going to help you. Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are going to go down. This guy is not. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. Yeah, like the first 2 picks, and then Keenan Allen, Sonny Michel, and that's it.
He was pretty fucked up. So, and I think it might have been his first live draft. Live drafts are harder. You don't got the computer in front of you. There's no cheat sheets. You have to scratch shit off as you go. It's a lot more, and there's so much going on. There's madness. Everybody's yelling and fucking hooting and hollering shots and everything else. And
I hate to do this, but let me give you the reverse jinx. Okay, you're gonna finish in last place.
Who? Jordan?
Edgewood.
Okay.
Now, what I mean by the reverse jinx is you may end up winning the whole thing. Now that I just said you're gonna finish in last place, or you're gonna finish in last place.
All right.
It's just Edgewood,
let's get to the most important part of the fucking show.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about my team.
Uh-oh.
And my team is fucking Legos, dude. Straight Legos. It's fucking stacked.
Stacked like a plate of pancakes.
Yeah, we got the news today that Ezekiel Elliott signed a 6-year, $90 million deal with 50 guaranteed. Yeah. So
wow.
He's going to be balling out for sure. So I got him, and then I got Tyreek Hill. And then I don't know how I got so late in the 3rd round, got AB. Came back and got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't think there's a better 4 out there. I think I had the best top 4 picks. I don't see anybody competing.
We'd have to go back through for me to really give a final answer because I don't remember the last 8 teams.
And every single one of those players has the potential to be at the top of their their categories.
So, this is how I always break it down. So, Zeke Elliott, could he be a number 1 running back at the end of the season?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill, probably
Yes.
not, but he'll be top 5.
But he can.
Antonio
he
Brown.
Can. But he can. He has the potential to do it.
Right. I would say more or less top 5, just breaking in at 5. Antonio Brown is quite, I think, you have
he has a chance
player
to be at the top.
that can
I
definitely
think both
be
have
right.
a chance at the top there.
Right. And so you have 2 unbelievable wide receivers. That's a solid wide receiver. But
Probably
Medina
2
has
of the top 5, honestly.
Medina has the best 3 wide receiver picks.
Yeah, well.
You have 2.
I don't know, man.
Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be a
Odell
good
Beckham
quarterback.
goes down, Jarvis Landry's going to do work, and then I got him as my 3rd. I mean, come on.
Great pick. Jarvis Landry is going to have look, if you go back to Miami when he was playing with Tannehill, he was a backup.
Right.
He had the most receptions other than anyone else who already on your team, Antonio Brown.
And he's going to have ODB or
his former LSU teammate.
Yeah, he's going to
Odell
be.
Beckham
He's taking the double coverage every time. You can't double team Landry now. He's going to be open all day. He's probably going to have better numbers. I've been targeting him in every draft I did because I think he's going to have better numbers than Odell Beckham.
Aaron Jones is one of those picks where he's going to make you go, fuck, or he's going to make you go, fuck.
Yeah, right.
That last one was joy, if you're wondering. So, but we don't know because the guy can't play 16, lace up his boots, blah, blah,
we'll
blah,
see.
blah, blah.
I mean,
Tariq Cohen, sleeper pick. Look, only 5 other running backs had more receptions than him, and that's a pretty good class to be in. And so, the offense is taking a whole new look now with Nagy in his 2nd year. Jared Cook, another sleeper pick.
Yeah, man.
Cortland Sutton, he's going to be a number 2 or number 1, depending on Emmanuel Sanders' leg or ankle or whatever. Jordan Howard is a 1,000-yard running back.
Right.
Last season was the only season he never reached 1,000. He had 900 plus.
He was there. He was straight there. He's been consistent.
So he's in Philadelphia. What do they need? A running back.
I got him real late.
We don't often talk about defense, special teams, right? Why would we? But if you're familiar with coaches, Vic Fangio went to the Denver Broncos. That's huge. That's the same guy who got the Chicago Bears where they were last year. So just put that in perspective. That's huge. And then you finish it off with Jimmy Graham, who I don't know who the fuck is hating on Jimmy Graham nowadays. It's Matt LaFleur, people.
Right.
If I said that right. It's a new offense who wants to throw to the tight end.
And he's got one of the best
trade bait
quarterbacks.
Trade bait.
Yeah.
Trade bait. Jared Cook, Jimmy Graham. He has the best 2 tight end combos, I would say, because Jimmy Graham's going to be a red zone threat this year. Last year was an anomaly. I think anybody that knows the game knows Jimmy Graham can still catch.
Right. Yeah, and Dion Lewis, he's done it before. So, some of these are reach picks. My last couple there, they were just
DJ Moore. Cam Newton likes him. Yeah. Steve Smith was harassing him, which means he likes him.
Yep.
He's going to be the number 1 receiver.
Yep.
So, I said it earlier with, I think, Mark's team. If you have a number 1 player, like he's the number 1 guy on that team, I'll never knock the pick because that's the number 1s. Right, more targets. That's just how all football teams' offenses are designed. Number 1 gets all the targets. So, anybody who does that, you got to give the nod. So, that's you have 3 number 1 targets at receiver on the starting squad, with Jarvis Landry being 2. A very nice 2.
I don't even know how you consider him a 2. He's going to put up better numbers. He's going to have more targets.
Definitely agree. Again, I
played a whole year.
That's why I said
he's going to double. He's going to get.
You go back to his early days with Miami, and he did very well.
You have to put 2 people on him. He's too good. You have to put 2 people on him, and then you got Jarvis Landry basically running wild. You know what I mean? You got basically he's going to be able to eat up any 2nd tier fucking cornerback. He's going to eat up anybody. Watch. He's going to have a big fucking year.
If I were Edgewood, I would trade for one of Tom's tight ends. That could definitely help.
I like.
Sorry to hear, but just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I like a lot of these teams. They're well balanced. I don't think anyone's in a position to be the favorite number 1, but if I had to pick, honestly, if I had to pick just by looking at what we've gone through and who we've highlighted, Ice Baby's got a solid team, and the returning champ, Quit Your Ryan, great team. One Arm Bandit, good nod. Tom, Mr. 10%, another good team. So, it's hard to say. Rolling with my homies again. Yeah, some solid teams here. This is going to be a
Everybody's
competitive
team looks
league.
good before the snap, man. You know, before the whistle, everybody's team looks good. But we're about to find out because it's about to be week one. Week one, gentlemen. I'm ready. I can't wait. That's the draft wrapped up. Any last words, Kurt?
Go get them, guys. Yeah.
That was corny as fuck. I love it. All right, guys. It's the Mr. 10%. I'm out.